So the next aspects of this chapter, so that is filters here. So filters are constructed using they are called as capacitors, capacitor or inductor or inductor. So capacitors they are represented in the circuit by a symbol like this here. So this is the circuit symbol for the capacitor here. So that is two equal straight line. So that represent that is the capacitor, and this is nothing but that is inductor. So this is the symbol here. So if you make one line greater, one line smaller, so it becomes battery here. But in case of capacitor, we are getting two equal lines here. So this is nothing but that is the circuit symbol for the this capacitor. So this is for the inductor here. So in case of this half wave rectifier or full wave rectifier, we are getting output here. So output is so that is in the form of half sinusoid. It is though it is unidirectional. So though it is unidirectional, it does not have any. So that is steady value. So it does not have the steady that is a steady value. To get the steady value, what we are using? We are using a capacitor here. So we are using the capacitor. We are using a capacitor or inductor across the output here. So we are going to place a capacitor or inductor across the output here. Then that type of circuit. So then that type of circuit is called as so that is called as a filter here. So filters means, so in case of output of this half wave rectifier or output of the full wave rectifier, we are going to place that is a capacitor or inductor here. Now such a type of circuit is called as so that is called as the filter circuit here. Now we have drawn here one circuit here. So this is nothing but that is the circuit here. So this is nothing but that is the output half wave rectifier output here. So we are getting waveform here. It is unidirectional here, sinusoid here, but it is not steady here. But it is not steady here. So it is in the form of pulses here. To make this steady, this output as a steady, we are placing capacitor or inductor across the output of the half wave rectifier or full wave rectifier. So if you place capacitor or inductor across the output of the half wave rectifier, full wave rectifier, then the what the circuit we are getting, so that is called as the filters here. So this is nothing but that is the half wave rectifier circuit here. So here we are having so this is a transformer here, and this is the transformer. Now we are having one diode that is low resistance, and across this output now we are placing a capacitor. So we are capacitor. So this is called as filters here. So this is called as filters here. So in case of filters, what happens here? So this is nothing but we have shown this is nothing but this is the output wave of the half wave rectifier. So that is without capacitor. So this is without capacitor here. So when capacitor is connected here, when capacitor is connected, and if you remove the load here, then what happens here? The capacitor charges up to peak here. The capacitor is going to charge up to peak here. So this is nothing but that is the wave here. So this is called as the peak here. So when the capacitor is when we place the capacitor in the circuit here, when there is no load resistance here, what happens here? The capacitor gets charges here. So it gets charges up to the peak here. When it reaches the peak here, it is fully get charged here. When we place the load here, then what happens here? The capacitor gets discharging until it becomes like zero here. So this is here. The capacitor now get charges here up to this point. After this point, it will decrease here. This will continue here. Then what happens? Finally, we get that is